In this seminar, we've covered a lot of ground. We've talked about what's happening, why it's happening, and we've looked at how we could actually respond to this. And my hope is that as we've talked about some of this stuff, as you've engaged in some of the post-seminar reflection exercises in your handbook, that you've begun to have some ideas about some things that you can begin doing in your context. You see, we may not be able to fix the problem fully, but we can create environments and ministries that are actually going to be a part of the solution. We can design healthy systems that holistically care for adolescents who are dealing with anxiety and depression. We can create places for them to belong without judgment, and we can get adults around them who are going to love them, especially when they need it most. You see, all the data currently indicates that anxiety and depression are continuing to trend upwards. But I really believe if we start doing some of these things we talked about in this seminar, we will see a shift. And the beauty is the shift is not just going to impact our students who are dealing with anxiety and depression. It's going to impact everybody who's a part of our ministry. It's going to impact a whole bunch of families. It's going to impact our entire community, because when we become known as a safe place for kids who are dealing with these kinds of things, they're going to be drawn to it. They're not going to run away from it. They're actually going to run to it, because they know it is a place to belong and to heal, and a place where they might just get a shot at experiencing a more hope-filled tomorrow. This task before us is big, and it's going to require us to do a lot of work. But it's worth it, because these students are worth it. A couple things I want to mention as this seminar comes to a close. Much of what we covered here is really just the tip of the iceberg. There is so much more data. There are so many more great books and resources that are out there. All throughout your handbook, I've written down some of my favorites. If you go to the works referenced page at the back of the workbook, you will find a whole bunch of other books. I would encourage you, if you want to know more about any of this stuff, that is a great place to start. And if you're there wondering, okay, what about just knowing a little bit more about actually specifically ministering to kids who are in acute trauma and crisis? Well, I'd recommend the two following books. The first is this, God and Soul Care by Eric Johnson. It's really all about how do you disciple kids who are dealing with this kind of stuff. And then the next would be Mental Health in the Church by Stephen Grebich. These are incredibly helpful books. They are great resources. The second thing that I want to mention is this. This seminar is something that I designed and created for youth workers. And my hope is that it's not only been helpful in helping you understand what's happening, but also in helping you think through some of the ways that you could or should respond. There's a post-seminar evaluation that I'd love to invite you to take. In it, you get the chance to offer some feedback on this seminar and let me know what worked, what didn't, what I should move away from, and what I need to add. And all of this is going to be taken into consideration as I continue to adapt and make changes, because at the end of the day, this is for you guys. I had the benefit of going to school and doing a doctorate in this. Most of us don't have that time. And so I wanted to take all of that and synthesize it for you. And so if there's a way I could do that better, please let me know in the post-seminar evaluation. So I want to close our time together by reminding you, friends, what you do matters more than you will ever know. These students, especially the ones who are dealing with significant mental health disorders, they need you. Because so many of them have nobody in their life who is willing to stand in their corner, to fight for them, to be with them. But you are. Keep doing this. I know sometimes it's hard. You get tired, you get overwhelmed, but I promise it's worth it. If you have any questions about this seminar or you want to know more, find my contact information in the seminar workbook or here in the course homepage, and I would love to keep the conversation going. Thank you for participating in this seminar. Hope you have a great day.